Hello and welcome to my beginner's Python tutorial on making computer guessing game. I suggest that you watch the previous parts of this series if you know nothing. If you do not know what variables, inputs, or prints are, you should watch those first. With this program we will be setting a random number for a computer to guess by learning from its guesses. To set up the randomization, we have to import random. What this does is allow for the random module to be used in the program, with a module being a built-in part of Python that lets you perform actions that are based around the module. I will bring it up again once we get to using it. Then we assign values to a couple important variables with inputs. Again, if you don't know how inputs or variables work, watch the previous videos. These variables include the minimum and maximum range for the guess, the user's name, and the number the computer will be trying to guess. There's also the check and count variables that we assign a specific value to, which will be used later. Next we will make a while loop, which repeats the code indented in it until the condition listed to the right of the while is no longer true. So in this case, it checks to see if the check variable equals 1, and since we set it to 1 in the beginning, it will loop. Make sure when you make a loop all of the code to be looped is indented and that there is a colon after the condition. The first thing to be looped is increasing the count variable by 1 to track how many guesses it took for the program. The plus equals operator takes that value of the variable and adds 1 to it, basically equaling itself plus 1. Then we will make use of the random module we imported earlier and use the randint method. A method is the action that is performed using the module, so the randint method will create a random integer in between the two values for minimum and maximum that we had the user set. The number that the program guessed will then be checked using an if statement. An if statement is how your code can make decisions. By typing a condition with a colon at the end after the if, you can have the program check to see if something is true and have a different outcome based on that condition. So for this program it will check to see if the number the computer generated is too low, too high, or if they guessed the answer. In order to make multiple outcomes we use a leaf, which means else if, and else to have the three separate outcomes. And to make the guessing more logically sound, if the computer is told a guess is too high or too low, their minimum or maximum guessing range changes to the number they guessed depending on if it was low or high. The program will keep repeating this loop until the number is guessed, which changes the check variable and makes the while loop condition false, and the program will print the result with the amount of guesses it took. And a quick disclaimer, for condition-based code like if statements or loops, the condition needs a colon on the line, and the lines that activate because of the condition need to be indented. Now let's test the program. I will put the min and max as 1 and 100, and have the number be 50. After an extremely fast few tries the computer will have gotten it, and you can see the path it took to get to the number. So that will be it for this tutorial. Be sure to comment any questions you have and like and subscribe.